Have you ever spotted small changes in your body and wondered whether they were just part of aging or something more serious? As men grow older, certain physical signs start to appear, some obvious, others more subtle, and one you might even notice with your nose before your eyes. These changes aren't random. They are clear indicators of how the body adapts over time. In this video, we're breaking down 4 clear signs of aging in men, 1 involving smell, 2 that noticeably grow bigger, and 1 that actually shrinks. Some of these changes happen slowly over the years, while others might sneak up on you and suddenly catch your eye in the mirror. How many of these signs have you noticed already? Stick around until the end, because you might finally get an answer to something you've observed but never really understood. Stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll know what's happening inside your body and what you might be able to do about it. Let's dive in. Number 1. The distinct smell of aging. There's a certain odor commonly associated with aging, and if you've ever spent time in a senior living center, you've probably picked up on it. It's not a matter of poor hygiene or bad cologne choices. It's something much deeper, happening at a cellular level. As men age, their skin goes through biochemical changes, leading to the production of a compound called noninol. This scent, though subtle to some, is quite noticeable to others. It forms when fatty acids in the skin break down under oxidative stress, resulting in a slightly grassy, waxy, or even stale smell. The tricky part is that noninol doesn't wash off easily like regular sweat or oils. Unlike typical body odors that result from bacteria breaking down sweat, noninol clings to fabrics, stays on the skin, and resists regular soaps. That's why some men still notice the scent even after a fresh shower. Younger skin tends to regenerate and shed oils more efficiently, but aging skin holds on to these oxidized fatty acids, making the scent stronger over time. Take Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He noticed that his clothes seemed to retain a particular scent even after washing. His granddaughter once commented, "Grandpa, you smell like books and wood," a surprisingly common way people describe this odor. At first, Richard thought it might be his cologne or laundry products, but after switching brands with no change, he realized it was actually coming from his skin itself. He wasn't alone. Research shows that individuals over 40 begin to produce small amounts of noninol, but by the time men reach their 70s, the scent becomes much more pronounced. Here's the good news. While you can't completely stop your body from producing noninol, you can minimize its buildup. Certain soaps, particularly those formulated to remove excess oils, work better at neutralizing noninol than regular body washes. Eating antioxidant-rich foods like green tea, citrus fruits, and leafy greens can also help combat oxidative stress and potentially slow down the process. Since noninol tends to cling to fabrics, washing clothes with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays made for aging skin can make a noticeable difference. So if you've ever wondered why your personal scent has changed over time, now you know. It's not just your imagination, and it's definitely not just about hygiene. It's a natural part of aging that nearly every older man encounters eventually. Number 2. The stubbornly growing belly. A widening waistline is one of the clearest signs of aging in men, and it's not simply the result of overindulgence or skipping a few gym sessions. As men age, metabolism naturally slows, muscle mass decreases, and hormonal changes make it easier for the body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. You might have noticed that even if your eating habits haven't changed much since your 40s or 50s, your waistline keeps expanding. That's because testosterone levels decline over time, reducing the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing it leads to a slower metabolism, causing excess calories to be stored as belly fat more readily than before. For many men, it's not just a cosmetic issue, it's how it impacts daily life. Shirts feel tighter, bending over becomes a challenge, and moving around might not feel as easy as it used to. Take Frank, a 76-year-old who stayed slim for most of his life. Despite keeping the same diet, he noticed his belly sticking out more, while his arms and legs became slimmer. At first, he chalked it up to just getting older, but he later realized his body was shifting fat to his abdomen while losing muscle from his limbs. And the concern isn't purely about looks. Research shows that extra belly fat in older men raises the risk for heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike fat stored in other parts of the body, abdominal fat is more biologically active, releasing inflammatory chemicals that can impact everything from blood pressure to brain health. That's why men with larger waistlines in their 70s and 80s often deal with more fatigue, joint discomfort, and even sleep problems. So what can be done about it? First, incorporating resistance training into your routine is one of the best ways to fight muscle loss and keep your metabolism from dropping too drastically. Second, focusing on getting enough protein in your meals helps preserve lean muscle, while also keeping you feeling fuller, making weight management easier. Third, steering clear of processed carbs and added sugars can help regulate insulin and prevent additional fat buildup. While gaining some belly fat is a normal part of aging, letting it go unchecked can lead to serious health problems. So if you've noticed your midsection growing, even though your habits haven't changed much, it's not all in your head, it's your body responding to natural hormonal changes. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. Your support allows us to keep sharing useful and inspiring content with you. Now, let's move on. Number 3, the curious case of growing ears. You might not notice it immediately, but as you get older, your ears are indeed getting bigger. Unlike muscles, which shrink, or fat, which shifts around, ear cartilage keeps growing well into old age, and it's not just your imagination. The outer ear is made mostly of cartilage, a flexible material that continues to grow over a lifetime. At the same time, gravity gradually pulls the ears downward, stretching them and making them look even larger over the years. If you've ever glanced at an old photo and thought, "Wait, my ears didn't look this big before," you're absolutely right. Studies show that ears grow by about 0.08 inches every decade. By the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears can look significantly bigger than when he was younger. The change may be slow year by year, but across decades it becomes very noticeable. Just ask George, a 78-year-old retired schoolteacher. He had normal-looking ears in his youth, but after flipping through his old wedding photos, he was stunned by how much they had grown. His ears didn't just get bigger, they also became longer and droopier. He even noticed that his earlobes, once plump and firm, had thinned out and stretched, adding to the overall size. This is a universal part of aging for men, even if it's not often discussed. Cartilage never stops growing, and as the skin loses elasticity, ears continue to elongate and change shape over time. While this change isn't something to worry about medically, it can impact appearance, and for some men, it may even lead to feelings of self-consciousness. So what can be done? Although you can't completely halt cartilage growth, maintaining good skin elasticity by staying well hydrated, eating foods that support collagen production, and protecting your skin from too much sun exposure might help slow down the stretching effect. If your earlobes seem thinner or more wrinkled, regularly applying moisturizer and using vitamin-enriched skincare products can help preserve their texture over time. At the end of the day, growing ears are just another natural sign of aging, much like getting wrinkles or gray hair. It's not a health issue, it's simply nature's way of reminding you that you're still connected to the world around you. Number 4, shrinking calves. As men grow older, one of the most noticeable physical changes happens in the legs. particularly the calves. You might glance down one day and realize that your once strong calves don't have the same definition or size they used to. This isn't just about shedding a few pounds. It's a well-known part of aging called muscle atrophy, where muscle mass steadily declines over time. Several factors contribute to this shift. First, as testosterone and growth hormone levels drop, the body starts losing muscle more quickly than it can rebuild it. Second, many older men unknowingly become less active. Even if you still walk daily, you might not be engaging your calf muscles as intensely as when you were running, jumping, or lifting heavy objects. Third, aging impacts the circulatory system, leading to reduced blood flow in the legs, which can accelerate muscle loss. Take Robert, a 75-year-old who spent decades working on his feet. He always had strong, defined calves, but by his late 60s, he noticed they were getting thinner and weaker. Tasks like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair without assistance started to feel more challenging. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older, but in reality, it was the result of decreased activity and hormonal changes. Losing calf muscle isn't just a cosmetic issue, it has real-life consequences. Weaker calves can reduce stability, raise the risk of falls, and slow down your walking pace. Studies show that men with diminished calf mass often face more mobility challenges later in life, making everyday tasks much harder. That's why preserving lower body strength is one of the most critical keys to staying independent and active as you age. The good news is that you can slow down muscle loss and even reverse some of it with the right approach. Simple exercises like calf raises, resistance band workouts, and brisk uphill walking can help rebuild muscle fibers and enhance circulation. Also, don't underestimate the importance of protein. Eating enough lean meats, eggs, or plant-based protein sources plays a major role in supporting muscle maintenance and recovery. So if you've noticed your calves shrinking or feeling less sturdy, don't ignore it. This is one of the signs of aging that you can actually improve with consistent effort, and taking action now can help you stay strong and mobile for many more years. If you're still here and finding this information useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do so. Don't forget to hit the bell so you won't miss future videos. Your support truly helps us continue bringing you valuable content. Now, let's move on to the final thoughts. Now that we've gone over these 4 subtle but important signs of aging in men, take a moment to think about how many you've recognized in yourself or others. Aging is a journey, and while we can't avoid all changes, understanding what's happening gives you the ability to better care for your body and mind. Whether it's staying active to protect muscle mass, being mindful of skin health, or tweaking daily habits, small actions can make a big difference in helping you age with strength and confidence. Aging isn't something to dread, it's something to meet with the right attitude and lifestyle choices. Every wrinkle, every bodily change, and even the unique scent of aging tells a story filled with experiences, challenges, and wisdom. Rather than stressing over what's changing, focus on what's still in your control to stay healthy, strong, and the best version of yourself. So, what stood out the most to you today? Have you personally noticed any of these signs, or are there others you've observed that we didn't cover? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you might apply it moving forward. Your feedback means a lot to us, so don't be shy about contributing. Reading your comments really motivates and inspires us to keep going. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Remember to leave a comment and share one takeaway you got from this video. Your voice matters. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Your support makes a huge difference in helping us continue to create valuable content for you. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.